Does an emotional affair or a co-worker affair really get your dander up? If your husband or wife has a truly personal relationship with a co-worker of some intensity, the relationship has probably crossed over to an emotional affair. When your husband or wife has an emotionally intimate connection with someone other than yourself, the intimacy that rightfully belongs in your marriage is diluted. To share your innermost thoughts with someone other than your partner means you are developing an emotional connection. Generally, the response from the person who has been caught is to argue, "What, you mean I can't have a friend of the opposite sex?" And, sometimes the hurting spouse will agree with this position. Marriage is built on an emotional connection between two people who have shared marriage vows in their lives. When one partner goes outside of marriage to seek fulfillment, whether that fulfillment is sexual or emotional in nature, I consider that cheating on the marital relationship. Many people struggle with how to define such a relationship. To help define whether or not your spouse is involved in an emotional affair, ask yourself the following. Is the extent of the side relationship concealed from you, or transparent to you? Does your spouse announce when a text message comes in? For example, your wife says, "There's Steve, he really understands me, listens to me." Then, she reads the message to you. The odds are highly against such a scenario. Another indication is if your spouse feels special with the other person, but not with you. In most cases the cheater knows that the behavior is wrong. It usually feels wrong to communicate with someone outside the marriage on an intimate level, and that's why there is an effort to hide the truth. When you happen to stumble upon or snoop and find the truth, the cheating spouse is likely to go on the attack and accuse you of being unfair, or defend that it should be alright to have a best friend of the opposite sex.